What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on Soul Therapy. Today we're going to be on the north side of Chicago, hitting up some sneaker thrift stores and some other shoe stores to see what kind of good stuff we could find for great prices. You know I had to stop at my go-to spot. This is round 2. They had some Jordan 1 Rookie of the Years, some Gamma Jordan 11s, and an amazing selection. The thing about round 2 that's awesome is most of these shoes are used and often priced at really good points. They had some really cool Jordan 9s, some 4 black canvases, and these Jordan 5 sales that have yet to release, and I think these are a really cool underrated release that might be perfect for summer. So then I slid upstairs, as they always have really cool vintage t-shirts and vintage jackets, including the Chicago Bulls and this Green Bay starter jackets, and so much cool things behind the counter. Then I had to check again downstairs because you never know if you miss something. They had some Jordan 1s in the Shadow and Royal colorway, but those are the Flyknit Weave ones that I believe came out in 2017 or 2018. They had these Jordan 11 lows, and then they had the Tom Sachsel harassments. I've never been a fan of those, to be honest, but one of the coolest finds was definitely this 2006 Puerto Rican themed Air Force One. They had some Yeezy 350s V2s in that Onyx colorway, used for only $150, but for that colorway, you could barely even tell they were used. It was cool seeing vendors outside with some vintage clothing. The next place I decided to go was Crossroads Trading, and this place never disappoints. I found dope SBs, Jordans, and New Balances here, so I wasn't expecting nothing less today. And right off the bat, they had the Jordan 1 Homage to Home for $55. I remember when this shoe first dropped, it was definitely more of a polarizing release, but combining two of the best original colorways is a really dope idea and concept. They had these cool Simpsons fans that showed off the original designs of the characters, and they had a lot of really cool clothing options available. They also had these Jordan 36s, I believe, in this teal colorway in amazing condition. They had these Adidas Forum lows in this brown colorway that was pretty cool, and they had these Jordan 1 mids that were not bad at all, especially considering they're only $37. They had these Jordan 9 hybrids, and they had the Como des Garçons Converse shoes that used to hit different back in 2016. They had this cool pair of Air Force Ones, and they had some pretty cool clothing items, including this Jeremy Scott Adidas, some Champion crew necks, and some other really nice royal blue hoodies. I'm always on the lookout for hoodies and sweaters, so I decided to check, and they had a couple of pretty cool items, just nothing that was worth copying this time around. While I am primarily a sneaker channel, I'm thinking of incorporating more elements of fashion, and that is going to lead into soul food. More details on the way soon. They had this beautiful pair of baby blue Converses and a couple of miscellaneous Jordans in the women's section. Next store I decided to hit up was 2nd Street, and this store is recently opened and they already have heat, including those Jordan 4 breads. To be honest, I wasn't sure if those were authentic or not. They also had some Jordan 9s, and then they had these LD New Balance 550s for $60. Truthfully, if that was my size, I'd cop them so quick your head would spin. They had some Lucas for $12. Yeah, I didn't make a mistake. They were $12, which was absolutely insane. They had some Chicago Dunks, and they had this blue Eminem t-shirt that was absolutely fire. They had this Carhartt workwear jacket for only $60, which is pretty decently priced considering how much they sell for usually when you go to vintage stores. They had these cool Air Force Ones with that bone design that I thought were always nice Halloween shoes, and some other really cool clothing items, and some miscellaneous sweaters that weren't bad for their prices at all. 2nd Street is definitely gearing up to be one of my favorite stores, and I always look forward to the opportunities to go here. They had these white Air Force Ones that I believe to be a collaboration with some dude braid that I've never seen before. They also had these Jordan 13s in this white and orange colorway that were absolutely cooked, and they had these Ambush and Nike collab that I've never seen before, but they really piqued my interest. The next store I decided to go to was Buffalo Exchange, and spoiler alert, this place had absolutely nothing besides these LaMelo balls that weren't all too interesting, to be fair. Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about my logo and brand change. I love the way the old logo used to look, but I think the update was definitely the right move in the right direction and looks more professional. Please let me know if you noticed a difference at all. I mean, it looks pretty similar. Next store I hit up was St. Alfred's, and this is easily probably my favorite store in the whole entire city, I won't even lie. They had some metallic navy blue Jordan 185s, only one size available left, It's crazy to see those shoes going for around only $100 on GOAT. That's $60 on the retail, and if you're a Jordan 1 Low fan, that's almost a must cup at that price. They also had the Royal Air Max 1s, the big bubbles, which I'm a big fan of, but it's kind of hard to come by my size 12, especially since that was a women's release, so the bigger sizes were a little bit more limited. Next store I decided to hit up was Adidas, and Adidas as a brand really hasn't been wowing me. I honestly don't like the way they've taken care of this whole Kanye and Yeezy situation. I think it's been pretty sloppy, and I could see why their numbers have been falling. They do have some pretty cool models. I do like that SL72 model that they're bringing back. I thought the blue colorway was actually pretty nice and had a really cool vintage aesthetic. They also had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adidas Superstar collab, which was pretty cool to see in person. I really do like the packaging. See, I like small things like that where they go out of their way to make the product different and stand out. And check out this transition. I mean, the clouds was a little off, but man, that shit was buttery. Next store I decided to hit up was Stash, returning here from the last time I made a vlog because their selection is out of this world. They had these Air Max 1 big bubbles. I think these are called the museums or something. They're going grossly under retail on the aftermarket, and I think they were really cool shoes. To be fair, would I rock them? I don't know. They had Pacific Moss Nike Dunk Lows. They had some airships that I've been keeping my eye on. Hopefully those go on sale. And they had the corporate airships as well. They also had some Nike Cortez colorways that I have not seen before, including these yellow ones, some green ones, and your blue one. They had some Nike Terminator lows that are heavily underrated. I think these are really cool. And of course, they had the metallic navy Jordan 185, which I like a lot. And expect a review coming soon. I do have the pair that came out in 2015, so if you guys would be interested in seeing a comparison between that and the newly released 2024 version, just let me know. Last but certainly not least, we went to Boneyard Chicago, which has some of the coolest employees ever. Just shout out to these guys, they're super nice and kind. They had some Jordan 4s from 2013s, the Fire Reds, and it's crazy to see how that shape has evolved on that sneaker. They also had an early look at the Industrial Blue, which is the new name for the military blues. Really cool stuff. Like and subscribe.